All right, first of all, I got to say, I'm not the biggest wrestling guy that you'll find on YouTube, all right? There was a period of time in my life when I did enjoy watching wrestling. Um, I would say it was from about the well, I used to watch it from the late 80s through the very early 90s. But the period of time I really was, immersed in wrestling would probably be the mid 90s to about the mid 2000s. And I kind of gradually stopped watching it. I was a big fan of the Attitude Era, but so I'm not a big wrestling fan. However, I did create a wrestling video some months ago, and it's doing really well. And I've noticed I got a lot of subscribers who are wrestling fans, so I feel that I have to give some love back. All right, I gotta kind of get into wrestling, or at least talk about wrestling in the video. So this is my second official wrestling video, all right? So this is a video that I feel comfortable talking about, all right? And this is a video where I also have a question to you guys who are my subscribers, all right? Which wrestler did you find the most entertaining overall? All right, not who was the best wrestler, who's the greatest wrestler. However, what that would entail, the greatest. Which wrestler did you find the most entertaining overall? All right, for me personally, when I was younger, elementary to about preteen, the answer to that, for me personally, would be Macho Man Randy Savage. All right, now I didn't think that Macho Man was the greatest overall wrestler, but he was the most entertaining to me, especially his interviews. I thought he used to kill it in interviews. You know what I mean? Like just, I remember Saturday Night Main Event. Mean Gene Okerlund would interview him or whatever, and he'd be like, "Ooh yeah," and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on, and the beat goes on. "Ooh yeah," and I just remember, and Mean Gene might be like, "Macho Man, you certainly done a 180 in the past couple of months." "Ooh yeah, 180, even 360, yeah." I mean, he just was, this was a very interesting personality, that voice. He's just the type of person that attracted you to as far as watching him, and he could be very comical, entertaining. Um, as I got more into wrestling as a teenager, into early adulthood, oh man, the two guys who just stand out to me are the two guys in this picture. All right, it's almost like 1A and 1B. All right. Overall, man, it's hard to say, man. I guess if I had to, just me personally, if I had to edge one out over the other, it's Stone Cold a little bit over The Rock. I mean, both of them were just great on the mic, man. Uh, Stone Cold just was a little bit more on my speed because I just liked his honorary, anti-authority, uh, take no prisoners, kick asses, and ask questions later type style. I like that style. Uh, my favorite period of time was when, even though it kind of got a little on my nerves after a while, was when he would say something and the audience would follow with what, and he might say, he might interview Michael Cole and go like, "I went in that son of a bitch, what? And I drank 1 beer, what? 2 beers, what? 3 beers, what? 4 beers, what? 5 beers, 6 beers, 7 beers, 8 beers, and I just followed that son of a bitch up with a shot of whiskey, what? Tequila, what? That guy on the bar called Buster Bull, and I rolled that son of a bitch 2 hands, what? 1 hand, what? No hands, and I got off that son of a bitch, and I beat the hell out of everybody in that goddamn bar." And then the bartender said, "Stone Cold, what the hell are you doing?" And I told that son of a bitch I was getting ready for the Royal Rumble. It's just funny. He was a funny son of a bitch. That character, man. The Rock was extremely funny too. Um, Just I don't know. He just is a very entertaining wrestler in and outside the ring. That's what I guess I want to say. Both these guys were entertaining, both in and out the ring. Uh, one of my favorite gimmicks of The Rock was when he would apologize for interrupting someone and seem sincere in that. And then, as soon as that person get ready to speak, everybody knows what he's doing. He'll be like, "It doesn't matter what you have to say." You know what I mean? So, it just was very funny with these guys. And to me, the Attitude Era was probably the best era. You know, maybe some people who are older may not have liked the Attitude Era. Maybe they prefer the '80s or whatever. I mean, I guess sometimes taste is subjective to generation to an extent. But to me, the Attitude Era was the best era of wrestling, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that the WWE had competition and stiff competition, excuse me, from the from WCW, NWO, and what have you. And that competition forced WWE to up its level. And that's one of the problems I have now with wrestling is that WWE doesn't have any competition. Not really. And when you don't have competition, it has a tendency over time to weaken the product because you're no longer pushed to improve. You get lazy, you can get bland, and that's what's happened to me personally with wrestling. I don't really enjoy watching it anymore. It's lost its edge, and I periodically try to go back to watch wrestling, but I just don't really enjoy it like I used to. I really can't get into it. A lot of that's due to the fact that it's a whole other cast of characters, a new generation, and sometimes you have to get used to that. And, you have to try to identify with these people and their characters, but I just don't find it entertaining anymore. Um, but I'll periodically try to watch wrestling, but more or less on this channel, it'll be more of me reminiscing about the good days. You know, I guess I'll be that old man that talked about the good old days. Back in my day, young man. I guess that's what I'll be on this channel when it comes to wrestling. But in conclusion, I want to ask you guys, who do you guys personally think are the most entertaining wrestler or wrestlers, if you can't make up your mind, that you recall watching?